Hi all, I've had an absolutely fantastic morning. I've been exploring parts of Suffolk that I've not been to before, and I'm location hunting for a new course I'm going to run on the Suffolk coast and the Suffolk countryside. I've been to the coastal areas this morning, and I've been doing slow shutter speeds around sort of old broken down groins and sea defences and stuff like that, so that's been absolutely brilliant. I've also photographed an old wreck with a slow shutter speed and all the movement around that old wreck, so that's really nice as well. And then I'm looking at this really lovely piece of woodland here. Now, woodland's really hard to photograph because generally it's very chaotic, it's very hard to find compositions, you have to work really hard, and that's great because it helps us develop as photographers. So I've been wandering around this forest and I've come across a really nice composition. I've got lots of directional sunlight, and this sunlight is creating shadows, light and shade, and I've got the shadows that are leading into my picture, so they're almost the main part of the shot. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to wander around and look at a few more areas, but this is great. So the shadows are leading me into the picture. I'm shooting on f11, nice big depth of field, so I think I'm going to take the picture now. Excellent, really pleased with that. I'm also going to put my hand over the front of the lens here just to shield it, because when you're shooting into sun you get a bit of flare, and this can help reduce that flare quite a bit actually. So just make sure your hand doesn't obviously get into the picture. I'm just going to shield it a little bit with my hand now. And that's great. So actually the flare looks quite nice, so I don't mind having the flare in there. But having said that, I think it's best to have one picture of each. So I've got the flare in one shot, giving a sense of the light bursting through the trees, and then I've got one where I've got no flare because I've used my hand just to reduce that bit of flare, and the reason we get that is because the sun's low in the sky. So I'm going to move on now and look at some more compositions. There's lots of pathways through the forest, so maybe I'll get some side light coming across. That's great, so it's all good really. And then I think it's back to the car for a well-earned cup of tea. So thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. So if you look at the back of the screen there, you can see there's flare just coming in the top of that frame, and I don't mind the flare because, as I say, it gives you that sense of light bursting through the trees. But if I put my hand over in front of the lens, it just takes that flare away. Look, before, after, before, after. Obviously my hand's not in it, I'm just holding it above the lens. Look at the difference it makes. Now, as I say, there's nothing wrong with the flare, but sometimes you don't want that. So, and your lens hood that you've got on the front of the lens isn't enough to take that flare out when the sun's low, so you can use your hand or a piece of card just to get rid of that. Look at that. Fantastic. I've had a really good day today. It's been a fantastic photography day. I've been out looking for locations for a new workshop, but I've also got some really nice pictures. So I've been on the coast this morning, and I've been shooting slow shutter speeds around old wrecked boats and sea defences and stuff like that, and it was fantastic. And then this afternoon I've been in the woodlands, so it's been great. And at the end of the shoot I love having a cup of tea. So I've got my cup of tea, I'm going to have a couple of squares of dark chocolate because I love that too as well. It's almost like a end of shoot ritual. I mean, I might on the way home, if it looks like there's going to be a good sunset, shoot a sunset as well, so fingers crossed. But even if I don't get anything else, I've really enjoyed it today. As I say, woodlands are quite hard to photograph, so it's just about looking for those lines and sort of getting chaos out of order out of the chaos. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. It's not a long one this time, but I hope it's been useful. And if you have enjoyed it, if you can consider subscribing to my channel, that would be great. And if you do subscribe, just press the little bell icon so that you're notified when my next video is uploaded. And apart from that, if you've got any experiences of shooting in woodlands yourself, if you found it difficult or hard, or what sort of woodlands you like to shoot in, just let me know at the bottom. I'd love to hear what you're all up to, so just put it in the comments below. So thanks very much for watching and listening, and I think that's it now. Bye for now, and I'll speak to you soon.